Students, in the previous video, you have studied about the kingdom Monera. Now, in today's video, I am going to describe about the kingdom Protista. So, this is the kingdom Protista. All eukaryotic unicellular organisms that are not animals, plants or fungi fall under this kingdom. So, I have written the characteristics of the Protista. You can write down from here also. And go through the book also. So eukaryotic unicellular organisms that are not animal, plant or fungi come in this kingdom known as Protista. Example: algae, moles, amoeba, paramecium, euglena, antamoeba, plasmodium, trypanosoma. These are the examples of the Protista. Antamoeba, plasmodium and trypanosomas are the parasites which lives inside our body and harm us. Now, what is the location of the Protista? They generally live in fresh water or within the body of the other organisms such as Antamoeba, Plasmodium. What is the shape? They do not have fixed shape. They have the pseudopodia or the false feet. What are the pseudopodia? Pseudo means false and podia means the feet. Means they have the false feet to move, which I will describe later on. Then what is the structure of the Protista? Cell is surrounded by flexible cell membrane. And they have the cytoplasm. Their cytoplasm, there are two types of cytoplasm, ectoplasm and the endoplasm. What is ectoplasm? These are the clear cytoplasm beneath the plasma membrane, and endoplasm is a granular cytoplasm inside. Now, nucleus and other organisms are membrane bound and suspended in the endoplasm. Next, locomotion. Locomotion is also called the movement. So, they have the pseudopodia, which I will describe later on. Then, what is the nutrition of the Protista? They generally eat tiny algae and bacteria through their food vacuoles. I will explain with the example of the amoeba. Respiration, they generally take in oxygen and release the carbon dioxide. Then, excretion, they have the contractile vacuoles. And reproduction means how they reproduce. They have the process of fission means splitting. So they have binary or the multiple fission, which we will discuss now. So here you can see this is the diagram of euglena and paramecium. These are the first figure is of Giardia, second one is the Antamoeba and third one is the Trypanosoma. These are the parasites. So structure we have already described. They have ectoplasm and the endoplasm. Then locomotion, they have the pseudopodia. For example, I am going to describe this diagram. This is the structure of amoeba. This is an amoeba. Amoeba is a unicellular organism or a single cell organism. So it do not have a definite body shape. So for example, if it want to eat the food, so the cytoplasm emerges out or make a pseudopodia, means you can see these false legs. Inside the body you can see this is a cell membrane, these are the contractile vacuoles, this is nucleus, and when it reaches toward the food it directly engulfs the food in the food vacuole. Now for the excretion, this is the method of eating or eating the food or how it grabs the food. And in the book also you can see food particle engulf it forming a food vacuole. The process of engulfing food particle to form a food vacuole is called phagocytosis, means the process of eating or eating process. The engulfed food particle digested in the food vacuoles. The food vacuoles also expel the undigested food by fusing with the cell membrane and releasing the contents of the vacuole outside. For example, we humans have anus to throw out the waste material from our body, or we have the particular organs to throw out the waste product, but they do not have. For engulfing the food, they have the pseudopodia like that to expel the food. For example, this is the digested food in the food vacuole. Now the amoeba move toward the other side and it expel the waste material through the exocytosis process. And respiration, I already told, they take in oxygen and release the carbon dioxide through the cell membrane. And excretion, already through the contractile vacuole they left the waste material. Now reproduction, I have told you, amoeba reproduced by binary fission, means the body of the amoeba divided into two. Here with the example I can show. This is the amoebic body. This is the nucleus. When it going to divide, the nucleus material also gets splitted Then in the next stage, you can see the nucleus again divided, and now after some time, two baby amoeba or the young ones come out from single cell amoeba, means one amoeba give rise to the two daughter cells. So this is known as the binary fission, means divided into two. Binary means two. And multiple fission, the amoebic body has cyst, and when it splits into many parts, here you can see when this is the simple daughter cells, means the binary fission. In the multiple fission, the cell body divided into many parts, that is known as the multiple fission, means body divided into many parts or many daughter cells. In unfavorable conditions such as extreme temperature, the presence of harmful chemicals or lack of food, oxygen or moisture, the amoeba reproduces by multiple fission. Generally it divide through the or reproduce through the binary fission, but during the unfavorable condition it chooses the binary or multiple fission also. It withdraws its pseudopodia, becomes spherical in shape and slow down the all life process to conserve the energy. Then it secretes a three-layered wall around it for protection. In this state, the cell is known as the cyst. Within the cyst, the nucleus divided repeatedly to form many daughter nuclei. The cytoplasm undergo division and distributed around each daughter nucleus, and the many small amoebas thus formed lie within the cyst. When conditions are favorable, again the wall of the cyst break to release the daughter amoebas. For example, so generally it divided into two, but during the unfavorable condition, the nucleus divided into many parts, and when it bursts, it gives rise to many daughter cells. So hope you understand. You just go through them.